Welcome back, Year 6. I'm now going to run through questions 10 up to questions 18 on the Key Stage 2 Arithmetic paper from 2023. So, first question, 65 times 8. So, for this question, we just say 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 6 is 48, add the 4, so that's 49, 50, 51, 52. So 8 lots of 65 is 520. Next question, we have 2,800 divided by 7. Most of you will use the bus stop method for that. But if you don't understand number patterns, you understand that 7 times 4 is 28, 7 times 40 is 280, and 7 times 400 is 2,800. You can do it that way instead. So how many 7s in 2? 0, remainder 2. How many 7s in 28? 4. How many 7s in 0? 0. How many 7s in 0? 0. So 400. Next question, number 12, 801. Take away something equals 795. Now, if you think that this is a tricky question, if you always get a few year 6s going wrong on these, but if you just think that, what do we subtract from 5 to give us 3? So I'm sure you can all spot that's 2. So 5 take away 2 equals 3. Now if we were to switch these two numbers around, so 5 take away 3 equals 2. So we can do the same thing here. You can switch those two. So 801 take away 795, and that will give us the answer. Now, some of you can just count on from 795. So you just say 796, 97, 98, 99, 800, 801. So we know the answer 6. If you're going to go for the subtraction, use the subtraction procedure, it's a little bit tricky for this question. It's possible to go wrong here. So 1 take away 5, we can't do it. 0 take away 9, we can't do it. So we're going to go, let me switch colours, to the 8. That will become 7. That will give us 10 there. Now we still need to get 1 over from the 10s column to the 1s column. So we'll take one of those 10s, and that will give us 10 1s. So now we've got 11 1s altogether. Take away 5, that's 6. 9 take away 9 is 0. 7 take away 7 is 0. So you can see we get that. Whichever way we do it, we get the same answer, 6. Okay, question 13. Okay, so you can either work this out, calculate this in your head mentally, or you can use the bus stop method for this. So how many 3s in 2,700? So how many 3s in 2? 0, remainder 2. How many 3s in 27? That would be 9. How many 3s in 0? 0. How many 3s in 0? 0. But I know some of you will spot, you know your 3 times table, you spot that there are 9 3s in 27, then you're essentially making your 9 100 times larger, because it's not 27 we're looking at, it's 2,700. So 900. Okay, question 14. So here we have 2/7 multiplied by 5/9. Okay, now for this, so this is multiplying fractions. So I'm just going to show you a more simple question. If we had 1/4 times a half, I'm just going to show you why this works. So if we had a quarter times a half, so imagine that's a square, and it measures, that's just a square, and it's 1 centimetre squared. Let's call it centimetres. Okay, so we have half, if we split it like that, so we've got that half there, So that's a half. Let's get rid of that. And if we split this here, going along into quarters, so we've now got, that's a quarter. Now if we shade a quarter of this shape blue, you can see where the red and the blue overlaps is this one here. So if you have a quarter times a half, that's going to give you 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 out of 8. Because all you're doing when you're multiplying fractions, you just multiply the numerators together. So 1 times 1 equals 1, and then you multiply the denominators. 4 times 2 equals 8. So all we need to do here is multiply the 2 times 5 is 10, and 7 9s are 63. So the answer there is 10 over 63. Question number 15. 747 divided by 9. Okay, so how many 9s in 7? 0, remainder 7. How many 9s in 74? So I know that 9's going to 72. 8, 9, 8 to 72. So that goes in 8 times remainder 2. And how many 9s in 27? 3. Okay, it's nearly always a whole number for when you're doing a division question. I think in all the last sort of 6-7 years in all the arithmetic papers, they've only ever had one question where you don't have a remainder. Right, next question. 3/16 add 5/8. Now, when we're adding fractions, we need to make the denominators the same. It's just like if you were going to add 1/4, add 1/2. I'm sure most of you know the answer to that, but without even thinking about it, what you actually do, you change that 1/2 in your head to 2/4, because 1/2 is the same as 2/4, and then you're adding 1 add 2 is 3, and then the denominator remains the same. So we need to make the denominators the same in the first place. So now, luckily, 8 is a factor of 16, so if we double the 8, that will give us 16. So 3/16, that remains the same, and to that we are going to add, we need to work out how many 16ths this is. So if we double the denominator, we get 16. Now, because we've doubled the denominator, we need to double the numerator as well, and that gives us 10. So altogether we have 13/16. Right, question 17. Zero 0.3 divided by 10. Now, if we've got a place value chart, so tens, hundreds, sorry, that's a bit silly, hundreds, tens, ones, and we have tenths, hundredths, thousands, so we use lowercase letters. Now, 0.3, so if we have 0.3, if we're going to make that 10 times smaller, we need to move one place to the right, so that would become 0.03. Okay, if we were to divide by 10 again, it would move again one place to the right, but that is our answer because we're just dividing by 10, so it's just one step to the right, 0.03. Now, question 18. So we have 1/3, add 2/6, add 5/18. So let's have a little think about this. Okay, so I think we're just, so all of those numbers, those three denominators there, they're all factors of 18. So 5/18, we're going to keep that the same. Let's change the 2/6 into 18ths. So 6 goes into 18 3 times, so we multiply 6 times 3 is 18, so 2 times 3 is 6. And for the last one, 1/3, 3 goes into 18 6 times, so we're making that 6 times larger, so we have to do exactly the same operation to the numerator. So 1 times 6 is 6, and then we can just say, remember that denominator, when you're adding or subtracting, once the denominator is the same on each fraction, it then remains the same. 6 add 6 add 5, that will give us 17, so 17/18 altogether. Okay, I'm going to stop there and I'll go through the next 9 questions in the next video. Okay, see you later.